What's up, YouTube? It's Jack the Third, visual artist, and just introducing myself to you all. I'm a visual artist. I'm also a musician, composer, writer. I do a lot of things creatively. You can also check out my music if you go to the channel Jack Jasm. You can go ahead and check out my sounds. But what this channel is about, it's all about my art, my visual arts. And as you can see in the background behind me, I have pieces. We're actually in my studio right now. It's the studio that I do my music out of some of the time, and that I do my art out of a good amount of the time. And I also do business out of this studio as well. So it's kind of a gallery slash studio, whatever I need it to be for the moment. But I'm gonna go ahead and take y'all on a little miniature tour around my studio and just let you see some of my work so you can have an idea of the caliber of work that I do. A lot of the pieces are older pieces. I'm working on some newer stuff now, which I'll update y'all on in a different video. So you can see what I'm going into, which is totally different from the stuff I'm going to be showing you that's in my gallery at the moment. This is just some of my work here. This piece here is a Conte piece, and I did it on brown paper bag just to try something different, give it an old effect. This piece is called The Book, and what it's about is pretty much how slaves were not allowed to read, and when they were taught to read in secret, they would read the Bible by kerosene lamp. Obviously that's what you have in the corner here, and you have an older gentleman here reading his Bible, obviously sneaking to read because they wasn't supposed to be reading. This piece here is titled Christimism, and it's just the mentality of positive movement, and the story of Christ walking on the water and the faith it took to do that, when he tried to get Peter to come out and walk into the water with him. Just having that mentality, the faith in yourself to be able to do anything. This piece is called The Right to Vote, and this is also another Conte piece. And I'm sorry, let me backtrack for a second. This is an acrylic piece on canvas. This piece is the right to vote, when blacks first got the right to vote, and how they went in to actually do their voting and everything for the first time, finally being able to do that. And that's a Conte piece on brown paper bag. This piece is a favorite of a lot of the people that come in or the people that see me at the show, and this piece is called African Himba Girl. Yeah, it looks like a boy, but it's actually a girl. It's a depiction of a little girl from an African Himba tribe. And if you don't know anything about the Himba tribe, go ahead and look them up. It's pretty interesting. Alright. This piece here is called Little Nasuvia. It's actually a portrait of my wife when she was a little girl. The picture was about this big. And I painted it for her for Christmas one year, and I just kind of blew it up. And she's from the Bahamas, and so that's why I called it Nasuvia. That's this is actually on the island of Abaco, but she's from Nassau, so that's why it's called Little Nasuvia. This piece, and I'm sorry, that piece was acrylic on canvas. The piece prior to that was acrylic on canvas board. This is another acrylic on canvas board that's been framed, and this piece is called Queen of Kings. And it's basically just something I came with off the top of my head, taking art classes and everything. Just wanted to do something different from what everybody else is doing, and just have an empress there with the locks, and the two lions, where you see she's got dominion over them. Just a representation of how man has dominion over, of all things. pretty much. But using the empress rather than using a king or the emperor, just to show that the power of the woman as well. And yeah, again, that's canvas board, and that's an acrylic paint that's being used on that. I'll go back around one more time. This is just one side of the gallery. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll take y'all around so you can see some of the other pieces I have hanging up. I work primarily in acrylics. Just recently started getting into paint pens, mainly with the Sharpie brand, because I'm doing some other different types of projects now. But these pieces here are all acrylic on the canvas board, and they're framed. This piece here is one of the popular ones with the ladies. This piece is called Rent Due, and it's just displaying the vulnerability that a single mother feels, when she can't meet the rent. She have all these obligations, and the different things they go through. So these are representing the emotions that she goes through, and it starts with anger, which is why it's in red. I'll zoom in a little bit better so you can see it. This is a depiction of anger, the emotion of anger, the sadness. This is the vulnerability, and this is where she finally submits, which is why it's in white, representing, surrendering. And obviously she's naked because that's the way she feels in a vulnerable sense. And this is not saying that all women feel that way when they go through those things, but that's just the way I depicted it, to draw into that emotion and give it a little bit more depth to it. This one is called First Experience. This is actually one of my first acrylic pieces that I did a good while back, a good amount of years ago. And it's kind of most people relate to it as Adam, and how he was tempted in the garden. What it really is just good and evil, and having to make decisions in life on whether it's going to be good or bad, positive or negative, vice versa. And on one side, if you look really good in the bush there's a little dark face with a snake tongue representing evil. And you see the individual here with his hands on his head, and down here you got that nice right there, and it's just kind of a realm and an element of where he is. Then if you look closely here in the little rock mountain area, you got a face there representing good, God or what have you, just the good and evil, and really all of this is going on in this individual's mind. It's not necessarily actual physical things there, but more of a spiritual thing where you have to make those decisions in life, and especially as an adult, and males in general having to make decisions and the direction that you want to go in. This piece is actually part of a short series. It's supposed to be 3 pieces. I never got around to doing the 3rd piece. I'll have to knock that out at some point soon. But this piece is called Time. Also acrylic on canvas board, and it's just a depiction of an individual in incarceration. That's pretty much what Time is about, incarceration. And if you look pretty good, you can see that it's an individual with his hands together and his finger, on his lip, like he's just contemplating. Sometimes, unfortunately, it takes a serious situation for us to be able to, rethink things and do it a little different than we had done originally. This is just another piece. Sorry about the reflection there, but this piece is called Art Expressions. And what I tried to do was put a couple different elements having to do with arts and just urban type, expression individually. So you can see there's some handwritten text in there. You have a graffiti, guy in there. You got a girl who's basically expressing herself through her form. You got the heart there with the felt tip pen being dipped into it, and a microphone and just, you know, a city bus. You know, it ain't urban unless you got your city bus or your train or, you know, whatever the form is, you know, that just that urban feel, you know, that you get the vibe, the trains, the city buses, you know what I'm saying, taking foot to get the way you gotta go, you know what I'm saying. This piece here, and I'm sorry, that piece that's in that frame, that's actually a mixed media. I've got in there color pencil, marker, and pen, and that's what's in that piece. This piece is the other piece, and that's that small series I was talking about on time, the one about incarceration. Just another representation of it, you know, a different look. Try to keep the same color scheme, but not making them look exactly alike. That's the second piece to time. Actually, I think that's the first one. The other one would be the second one. This one here is called My Universe, and it's just a small, you know, expression of me, myself, and how my mind works. You got, you know, the bass notes in the background, behind my head in the picture, and then me sitting on a couple planets. I'm not sure how well this is showing up, but you got, you know, one big planet that look like it could be the sun or Mars, and you got like 3 planets that come out from that. And that's acrylic on canvas board as well. And if we jump around, this is one of my classroom areas. This right here, this piece is called Longevity, and this is acrylic on canvas board. I'm sorry, and a frame. And this piece is just inspired by the need of, you know, families to stay together, and it starts with the heads of the family, which would be the mother and the father, or the husband and the wife. You know, without that, you can't really hold a family together. Fortunately, a lot of families do and are able to, but not that many. And you know, it causes a lot of the problems in society when they have a broken family. So this is just my piece expressing how important it is for the heads of the family to stay together. Well, alright, YouTube, that's my introduction. Just a little idea of what you can expect from Jack the Third on this channel. And I'll definitely be updating some more videos so you can see more things I'm working on. Any shows I have coming up, I actually have coming up. If you're in the Atlanta area, I'm going to be showing these pieces in my newer works at Urban Grind in downtown Atlanta. So if you're familiar with that, you know, you can Google it, find out where it is, and you're in the Atlanta area, check me out. I'm supposed to start putting my stuff up on the 21st. Not sure exactly when I have the opening night, but my plans are to show up each night that they have events, if possible, and just come out and meet you guys. So, you know, definitely come out, Urban Grind, November 21st, and you know, look forward to seeing you and hearing what you think of my stuff. But I'll post some more videos. I got some new stuff I'm working on, and as I'm progressing, I'll try to keep the videos where you can see the process. I started working on some guitars, working on a skateboard, and you know, just trying to get some new stuff popping. So everything's out on canvas, you know, trying to get back to my urban roots, and you know, just go ahead and keep it different, and you know, get some eyes popping, you know, on a different note. But thanks for coming. Thanks for checking me out. Feel free to comment, rate, subscribe. Jack the Third. Peace and blessings.
Just so you know, all praise due goes to the Most High. They see the locks up on my head, they thinking one die. Does he tote the Rasta flag for Selassie I? I'll tell you no on every go, but just to clarify, it's a reflection, a true expression of my rebellion against the closed-minded masses with classes in session, using deception as a weapon to force me in line where they shrinking their minds to try to fit in their box. And I can't get ahead, can't get to the top unless I march to their rhythm and keep my hip hop, leaving the mind free.